Finding Frankie is one of, if not my favorite mascot horror game I've ever played. I find the story interesting and unique. I love the designs of the monsters you face. Noobs. Need I say more about them? It's a game that not only pulls me in with its atmosphere, story, and monster design, but even more than that with its gameplay. Finding Frankie is the most fun I've had playing a mascot horror game in my life. I even made a GMV for the game after I first played it. I just wanted a reason to play the game again that wasn't going for 100%, because at that point I had already done that. So you can probably imagine my surprise and hype when I was doom scrolling YouTube and came across this. I damn near screamed my head off. Except no, I didn't, because it was 1 in the morning, so if I did scream, I would have woken up everyone in the house. My point? I'm really excited about this right now and I want to talk about it. So I'll be going through the trailer here real quick and talk about whatever I think is interesting. And then I'm gonna have a small yap session about something that I think would be important to happen for this game. Something that immediately stands out from the trailer is the vibe. Yes, Finding Frankie is a mascot horror game, but it never really fully felt like a horror game to me, apart from a couple areas. Everyone kinda compared it to Fall Guys, and to me, that's what the core of Frankie is. It's a fun parkour game set in a parkour park, with your run-of-the-mill murder game show with a questionable legality plotline. It was never a game that anyone took that seriously, but Frankie 2's trailer immediately makes things seem a lot more intense and horrific, especially with the introduction of this jester worm thing. What is it with mascot horror and jester or clown characters? I just realized that. Like, what the f? Frankie's gotten a couple added details, more rows of teeth, and he's got pants now. In the first game, Frankie was more just a head connected to a ball that was connected to 2 legs and arms. But now, with this new design, he looks a lot more like the other Frankie that's introduced during the last third of the first game. Henry's also gotten a small tune-up, with his mouth opening up as a part of the phone on his head, rather than just being plastered on. He's also gotten a lot taller, judging by how even hunched he towers over these bunk beds here. I also like how his suit now has those little end flappy things. It gives him a more identifiable silhouette, and I like that they still kept the rivalry between the two alive in this little cutaway gag. It was funny. And then we have the elephant in the room, this new jester character. Again, weird obsession with clowns and jesters in the genre aside, I really like how this guy looks. Seeing him slither through some tight corridors in the trailer and moving around the lobby of the new parkour palace looks really cool and makes me hopeful to see what'll happen with him in the final game. And of course, there's our new protagonist, who actually has a face this time. In Frankie 1, everyone was just a guy wearing a Frankie suit apart from the main 3, but this time the protagonist is shown to us clearly. This makes me hopeful for the game to have a larger focus on a story than the first game. Obviously gameplay and spookiness will be first, as that is what Frankie 1 did best. But seeing the live chat not seem too excited to see the protagonist's face, and then how she also clearly isn't taking the new season of the show that well, makes me wonder if there will be more going on this time than just platforming. Speaking of platforming, we get a quick glimpse of some new things to the movement of the game. During the scene where the jester snake is chasing after the protagonist in the lobby, the game is in third person. Is this a new perspective for the game completely, or can you switch between first and third person? I don't know, but either way I'm happy about it. Not a lot of mascot horror games are in third person, so it'll be interesting to see Frankie innovate in that sense even more. During the trailer we also get a glimpse at a roll move and a wall run. The roll is probably just an extra animation that's there to make the movement look more fluid in third person. But the wall run is something I'm very excited about because of what might be done with level design thanks to it. And as a final note about the trailer, I have to mention the song that plays during it. It sounds really cool and has me excited for what Frankie can bring to the table once more with music. Alright, that's all I had to say about the trailer. Now let's have a quick chat about what I think Finding Frankie 2 needs to improve from the first game. The number one thing that I think Finding Frankie 1 lacked in was the idea of Frankie looking for the player. In a couple areas of the game, if you fall off the parkour course, Frankie gets alerted and you have a little bit to hide before Frankie shows up. There's just a slight problem here. Frankie always shows up in the same spot and doesn't actually walk around. So if you just find a good spot to hide in, you can fail the course as many times as you wish. This was probably done because it was the team's first published game, and with Frankie's build, making him walk around may have been way too difficult in the parkour courses. Needing to change spots while Frankie's looking for you would really give more meaning to the name Finding Frankie. But honestly, that shot with the jester worm thing chasing after the player makes me think that this issue may be addressed and resolved in Frankie 2. That's pretty much all I had to say about the Frankie 2 trailer and the little yap about what I think needs to change from Frankie 1. Now, let's hope that I was able to get this video out in a reasonable time from the trailer actually coming out, otherwise I'm gonna look kinda foolish. But for now, I must be on my way. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the performance. I've been Minty Mothra, and don't forget to grab a slice of pumpkin pie on your way out. Exit stage left.